If you're looking for the best sports memorabilia and card break room on the internet, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tonight's action will move fast, so we want to prep you for what you're about to see on your screen. First, the all-important dice roll number. At the top of the show, the host will randomize a series of numbers. The number selected from the randomizer will become the dice roll number for the entire show, meaning every mystery box that is broken, the names of every collector will be placed on a list and randomized using the dice roll number for the show. Next, you see this black ticker down here? This shows you which numbers are still available in each and every Ultimate Autographs mystery box series. When a break fills or sells out, the host will ask for a number. This is where you make your selection from. Simply type a number in the chat, and the host will pick the first number they see. Throughout the show, you may see two different types of breaks: divisional and top spot. Divisional breaks are most common. In this format, all 8 individuals who enter a football-themed break will be positioned next to one of 8 football divisions after their names are randomized using the show's dice roll number. When the mystery box is opened, the football division of the team represented in that mystery box becomes the winning division. The lucky collector whose name is randomly placed next to that football division takes home the signed piece of authenticated memorabilia. Our top spot format is typically reserved for giveaways, college-themed series, and non-football breaks. In a top spot break, all names are added to a list. They are randomized using the show's dice roll number. At the end of the randomization, the name at the top becomes the winner of the signed item or prize. Breaking sports memorabilia has never been easier or more fun than it is in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Remember, every mystery box series you see on the show can also be purchased as a personal mystery box that is either shipped directly to your home for you to open, or you can request to have it opened on a future Ultimate Autographs Live Breaks broadcast. Also, while you're waiting for your break to fill, we encourage you to look around ultimateautographs.com to see if you find a piece of memorabilia you love and want to add to your collection. And don't forget, every live break spot you purchase automatically earns you 6% back in UA cash that you can later exchange for a mystery box or a signed item of your choosing. All right, the time has come. Let's break some certified, authentic sports memorabilia in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tell them, boys.
Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. I'm Kamen here with Steven. We've got a fun Wednesday afternoon show. 3 breaks already filled up. We'll get to those in a second. A couple newer breaks on the site. I know we dropped our Pinnacle helmet series yesterday. It's absolutely loaded. That's a great flex helmet series, as well as other specialty helmets. And then, of course, if you want a cheaper price point, we got the jerseys. Brand new series we dropped last night. Only one headliner gone. Austin Eckler, probably the worst of the bunch. So, Steven, looking forward to a big show.
Me as well. And we just got into order. I'm going to add that in there. And like you said, let's get to ripping.
All right, let's head to the randomizer. Get our party started. We need 6 or higher on the dice roll. 7. We're going with Steven's favorite number, right, Steven?
I like it.
All right, dice roll 7. I think 7 was the dice roll last night, and it was a big show last night, so maybe that'll keep things moving today. Wheel of Names, case item of the day. Let's see what we got here. How about it? Circle the Wagons. Excellent. That's a great chase to have because for several reasons. One, we already have one of those breaks filled up.
I can have the names already.
You can already add those names. And 2, like I said, it's a brand new series. We have all our headliners out there except for Austin Eckler. Let me actually go ahead and show you guys that real fast before we get started with that break. I think we have the D-Up Minis first, but these are our Circle the Wagons jerseys that we got out here. We've got Stephon Diggs, Fran Tarkenton, Mike Singletary, O.J. Simpson, Tyreek Hill, and that's Lawrence Taylor on UNC. So that's our chase. That's a great series. Would love to get into it. And speaking of great series, I will show you guys the one that I want to get rolling with today before we get started, as we allow people to filter in the room, this Pinnacle series. All these headliners are Speed Flex helmets, except for Drew Brees. He's just an Eclipse. So Dion, Primetime Sanders, Lawrence Taylor, Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, Jalen Ramsey, Antonio Gates. And we got a whole bunch of great guys that aren't headliners. Travis Kelce, we got a triple sign Bears linebacker helmet. Jerome Bettis, George Kittle, Jalen Hurts, Brian Dawkins, J.J. Watt, Stephon Diggs. I know we pulled the Eric Dickerson and Troy Aikman and Sean Alexander, but we also have an O.J. Simpson and a Tony Romo. So those are some of the things to get into. Let's get rolling with the show, though. We do need 2 box numbers for our first break. D-Up, double box break on the minis. How is everyone in the chat doing? Hopefully, you guys are ready for a fun show. 2 box numbers, folks, and then we'll get rolling.
Just a little over halfway through with the D-Up series.
Yeah, so we have some big names still out there. It's a headliners of defense. We've got, let's see, Lawrence Taylor, I believe, is still out there. Champ Bailey, among others. It's a pretty good series. Guys that aren't headliners in there, there's an Earl Campbell. I know a lot of folks like Earl these days, so that's fun.
We got
Seth,
5 for 1.
All right, Seth is coming through with 5, so it is a double box break. We need 1 more, and then we can get rolling. Seth, thank you very much for filling up a whole bunch of orders this morning. Seth, you'll see it's going to be all over our first 3 breaks, Steven. Thank you very much for being in here. I did not see that rumor, Jake, but we can maybe make that happen. 9 is saying Seth. All right, 5 and 9 are going off the ticker as soon as it lets me delete them. Oh, my keyboard is being a little not the best right now, but I'm going to go ahead and get those, and I'll delete them when I get a second. All right, 5 and 9.
5 and 9. Got a tale of 2 gentlemen in this one.
Yeah.
Seth Wentworth and
I think 3 actually,
3?
but
Oh yeah, nope. I only see 2.
D-Up, Richard Adcook, and Joshua
I'm looking
Jacobson.
at him. I was looking at a different 2. Yes.
All right, our Dutch item of the day is John Riggins, by the way. Just a little box cutter issue at the top. He's available for $500. Twice led the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Hall of Fame running back. That's our Dutch item of the day.
Here, John.
Hello, Johnny. All right. Sounds good. It's me versus Donnie, you versus Dave. All right. Oklahoma drill. That sounds dangerous, but you know what? We can have fun with that.
It was a post hilarious hypothetical.
I'm
not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. I don't think we'll be running Oklahoma drill, but if we do, Jake, considering you're the one who's talking about it, you'll be the first to know. All right, 5 and 9 are off the ticker. That finally worked. I'm gonna head to the randomizer and random you guys up for your divisions. D up, number 1. That's D up. All right. Yeah, Steven and Dave is a sneaky good matchup. Indeed. All right, day 1 on the stream. I like it, Jake. I like it. All right. This is going to be pretty simple. I'll tell you guys what division you're in, and Seth will have the rest, because Seth's got a whole bunch of them in here. So Joshua Jacobson, you are in the NFC North. Richard Adcook, you're in the AFC East. And Seth Wentworth, you've got the rest. Let's do this. D-Up mini break number 1. Box number 5. Skip this one early in the season, in the series rather. Well, Steven, we're ripping for Rippin. Mark Rippin, former Super Bowl MVP quarterback with the Washington football team. 115 career pass touchdowns, nearly 19,000 pass yards. 2-time Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP. Back in the days with Joe Gibbs coaching these guys. There used to be a winning franchise, believe it or not. That is an NFC East hit, and that is Seth Wentworth. Seth, congratulations. Mark Rippin mini is yours.
Every dog has their day, and their day was much before mine.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Ours, I can almost say.
Let's go. Point Break Sean in the house. Okay. What's Point Break mean?
No idea.
What does Point Break, Sean, mean? Let us know, Sean. We're glad you're in the house. Seth Wentworth, starting the day with the dub. All right, Mark Rippin. All right, double box break. We got one more to go. Let's see something nice. All righty. Have we closed out that Pinnacle yet, Steven, or not yet?
We are. Let me refresh the page here. 2 away.
2 away from the Pinnacle. Let's close that out and see some sick, full-size, authentic helmets.
I'll post it to the chat, but maybe all my Facebook peeps will be able to check it out.
All right, cool. Well, I'll drop that in a second when I get a second as well. All right, second item. This is pretty good. We know Jerry Rice and Joe Montana were the quarterback and receiver. This guy was the running back on those 3 Super Bowl champion teams for the Niners back in the day. Roger Craig, excellent running back. Roger Craig was 4-time Pro Bowler, 1980s All-Decade team, once led the league in catches as a running back. Former first-team All-Pro guy, 1,500 rush yards he had in one season. Really good running back. That's the NFC West. Yet again, Seth Wentworth. Seth starting off hot. Mark Rippin, progressively getting better from Rippin to Craig. Beautiful 49ers mini. 49ers were the team back in the day, and they are pretty good these days as well. Roger Craig, one of the best organizations in football, one of the best running backs in NFL history. Gotta love it. Roger Craig. Seth Wentworth. Seth, congratulations. Hope you're watching, putting your orders to success. When you get that many slots, your odds do improve.
Bob wishes us a happy hump day. Sean says that's his radio name. He wins all of his prizes from Extra Sports 1360 in San Diego. Speaking of that, just one Slipknot/Cypress Hill ticks this morning.
All right, congratulations.
And it's a reference from his favorite movie, Point Break.
Okay. Is that the surfer movie?
Not sure.
I think it's a surfer movie, and I think I've seen it. If I'm thinking of the right movie.
I think it's a completely different movie.
Okay, I'm
FBI agent.
Okay, then I'm completely off. Thumbs up from Seth. Happy hump day from Bob to Kamen. We work different schedules. I guess I don't even know what my hump day is. I'm off Tuesday and Saturday.
You know what? You are partially right.
Partially right?
It's an FBI agent who goes undercover to catch a gang of surfers.
Yeah.
Maybe bank robbers.
That's right. Yeah, I've seen the movie. I knew it was a surfer movie. Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves are both in it.
Came out the year I was born.
There you go.
And if it's rated R back then, that's how rated R it was.
Yes, it's a good movie. And Lori Petty, says Bob. All right, Circa the Wagons number 1. We've got a whole bunch of Seth Wentworth again, and we have a new customer, Benjamin Nickerson. Benjamin, welcome to the break room. Glad to have you in here. Really happy that we're here for your first ever break. Guys, welcome the new customer in the break room. And let's get rolling. Seth or Ben, if you guys have a box number, we have basically 2 through 18. Maybe we're missing 1 or 2 in there. But a lot of those box numbers early. Great movie, says Sean. It's a good movie. That is definitely a good movie. I'm glad that I'm not going crazy because I knew it was about surfers. Because I've caught that one. Let's go, says Ben.
I just didn't think in the realm of all possibilities someone would actually make a movie like that. So, because usually when you hear about surfer movies, a completely different concept.
Sure.
But hey, it's good for whoever thought of that.
That works. Steven, since you're right there, can you get 17 on the jerseys? 17. Thank you very much, Seth, for calling out the box number. Brought you some luck the first break. We'll see what we got here. 17 on our first jersey break. Brand new series, guys. We're not very deep into it. We dropped it, I believe, last night, I think, is the first time we had this jersey break series. So a whole bunch of good stuff. I think the only headliner gone is Austin Eckler. So a lot of those other great names, they're out there. We got legendary guys like O.J. Simpson, And then, obviously, also Lawrence Taylor on UNC. We have modern day greats like Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill, too. So it's a fun jersey series, one that I definitely want to get into. All right, so Benjamin, you are out in the NFC West and the AFC West. So you've got the two West divisions. And then Seth, you've got the rest. Let's see what we got here. First jersey break of the day. I'm seeing Deja Vu, Steven. Deja Vu. Roger Craig again.
Ooh.
It's all about Roger Craig early in the show. But you know what? Roger Craig is a pretty good player. As I said, 3-time Super Bowl champ, 4-time Pro Bowler, a great 49ers legend. This is one of the revolutionary running backs in NFL history because he was one of the first running backs, probably the first, to lead the league in catches. He used to get catches back in the day, 1,500 rush yards in one of his seasons. Really, really good player, Roger Craig. And how about this? We've got ourselves a new guy, Benjamin Nickerson. Only 2 slots in there. And Ben Nickerson, you are taking Roger Craig. Nice hit, Ben. First break, first win. Deja vu all over again. We've got Ben with the Roger Craig, and we've got Seth with the Roger Craig. Big day for Roger Craig. Could it be foreshadowing a big weekend for the 49ers? I certainly hope so.
Yeah, I do too. I know I picked the Packers to go on the Super Bowl, but I mean, if they lose, I'm still happy.
Yes. I'll tell you this. I like the Niners to cover 6.
It's at 6?
It's at 6, depending on where you get them.
It's going to be cold, too.
It's going to be cold. I'm leaning Packers on the dub, but I like the 6 on the line. That's just me. Hell yeah, says Ben. Indeed. Indeed. Gotta love it. First time in the break room, starting with the win. There's no better feeling than winning on your first break ever. I think Ben might be in another break. I'm not sure. If not, hop in now, Ben, because maybe it's your lucky day. All right, Mr. January number 1. This is, again, pretty simple. Whole bunch of Seth and 1 Larry Rossland. Seth or Larry, can you guys get me a box number for Mr. January number 1? I think you mentioned the Stephon Diggs flash. I still haven't seen that Stephon Diggs flash pulled in this series. I haven't seen a Devontae Adams Lunar either, or a Sean Alexander Lunar. Seth, what's your football team? And Ben. Ben's a new guy. What team do you support? And Seth, what team do you like yourself? I know Larry is a Bronco guy. 23 is
January.
Seth.
Mr. January.
For Mr. January, perfect. 23 is going off the ticker, and I'm going to get it. Rodgers 0-3 against San Fran in the playoffs. All right, that's a great stat. Let's make it 0-4.
I think they're all in. Either it's 2 of 3 that are in San Fran. They were all in San Francisco.
Okay, so a little different now that it'll be in Lambeau. But we'll see.
I definitely know 2 of them were.
Well, the NFC title game 2 years ago was definitely in San Francisco.
Exactly, they were really good. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, box 23 is called out by Seth. Seth's a Patriots fan. All right, Seth. That's pretty cool. Tough loss this weekend for you, but I think Patriots have a bright future. Just got to catch the ball. Didn't catch the ball very well this weekend, but I think the Pats, with Bill Belichick, that defense, Mac Jones, just a new guy, they've got a pretty good future. You won a Ty Law helmet last night. Was that out of the mini-series? I know Ty Law is a headliner for us in the minis. By the way, Seth, Ty Law is the Patriot we have most often in the break room. We have him in, honestly, most of our series, Steven. Whole bunch of Ty Law in this break room. If you're Bill, do you get out of Dodge and retire, says Jake. He would. I'm not sure. I think Bill Belichick has more to prove without Tom Brady there, and I think he's going to keep proving it. I wouldn't retire just yet. He said he's not looking to retire. He himself said that. So, all right, Larry, you've got the AFC South. Seth, you've got the rest. Go Finn, says Sean. Yeah, there's no secret as to what team Sean likes. He is a very, very loud and boisterous Miami Dolphin fan. There's Finn's Super Bowl 2023. I would love to see it. As a Bears fan, I would love to see it. Well, Steven, we pull a lot of fire together in the break room. We're talking about this team. How about a headliner hit? Davante Adams led the league in receiving touchdowns last year. All-pro guy multiple years. Always in the top 5 in just about every receiving category. One of the very best, if not the best receiver in the NFL. That is an NFC North hit. That is Seth Wentworth, headliner hit, Davante Adams. Very nice, Seth. Gotta love it. Hit. That's a beautiful hit.
Speaking of Packers, one of the games they lost in the playoffs was at Lambeau in the wild card round.
Okay.
But they just seem to give over 200 yards running every time.
And that's Nestor telling us. Nestor is one of our big resident 49er fans. Yeah. He would know. He would know. Nestor, we pulled Roger Craig twice to start the show. So some good 49er gear today. Davante Adams, by the way, a guy we have in our break room a whole bunch. Of the big names, we may have him more than anyone else. It seems like he's in all of our series. Yeah. And he's great, and Seth loves it.
He's a great receiver.
He is a great receiver. Gotta love it.
Much to my team's chagrin.
Yeah, he's done the Bears in pretty good. He's done the rest of the NFL in pretty good. And this series actually is kind of named after him. I think Rodgers nicknames Adams Mr. January come playoff time. So this series is kind of named after him, and he's one of the big names, if not the big name in this series. So congratulations, Seth. Mr. January is a series that a lot of folks have been sleeping on in our break room. It's pretty good. And a lot of big names still hadn't come out. I had a feeling that whatever was going to come out here was going to be good.
Nestor, the 2019 NFC Championship game was at Lambeau. So I'm reading here, San Francisco walloped them 45-31 in 2012-13, and then they won 23-20 in Lambeau at 23-14. So maybe the Packers were at Lambeau a couple of years ago.
Oh, maybe.
When they played the Niners.
I'm not sure, but they've owned them.
Had the best record going away that year.
They were really good. 2019 was at Levi, so okay, it was for the Niners.
It was 2 of 3 at Levi, 1 at Lambeau.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
still,
you guys split the difference there.
Still, they're a thorn in Aaron Rodgers' side, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't like them because they snubbed him.
Yeah, prior to that, Colin was at QB, Colin Kaepernick. I think he set the single-season rushing record for a quarterback in a playoff game. Yeah, Single-game playoff record. Mm-hmm. Had nearly 200 rush yards all over against the Packers. Yeah, it was sick.
That was that 45-31 game.
Yes.
I'm going to look those up because you're right. It was a historic night.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick had no problems running all over the Packers.
He ran for a quarterback record 181 yards and 2 touchdowns and threw 2 passing scores to Michael Crabtree that night.
Yeah, he was really good. Really good. Sean's saying, Nestor, hit me up. I just may have something you would really want. Just saying. Sean's probably got something Niners related. So, guys, I'm going to throw this up. I know some of you just hopped in our room. I'll let you guys know about our Pinnacle Authentic Helmet Series. All of these headliners are speed flexes except for Drew Brees, who is on an Eclipse. We haven't pulled any of these headliners yet in this series. Deion Primetime Sanders, Lawrence Taylor, Jalen Ramsey, Antonio Gates, Drew Brees, Ray Lewis, and Terrell Suggs. All those guys are still out there. A few other names I haven't seen pulled. Travis Kelce, Mike Singletary, Dick Butkus, Brian Urlacher, triple sign helmet, Jerome Bettis. Speaking of the 49ers, how about George Kittle, Jalen Hurts, Brian Dawkins, Stephon Diggs, O.J. Simpson, Tony Romo. Those are all names I haven't seen pulled. This is a 6 series. As you see, the non-headliners like O.J. Simpson, normally a headliner in all of our series. Tony Romo, I mean, the non-headliners are just as good as the headliners. So would love to get rolling on that series. That one is just 2 slots away. My favorite in that series, as a Bears fan, Jakeem, I got to go with that Mike Singletary, Brian Urlacher, Dick Butkus triple signed autograph. But I do think the Drew Brees helmet is also really good. It's probably between those two for my favorite. but it's 3 great legendary Bears linebackers. As a Bears fan, that's a pretty cool helmet. Pretty cool helmet, if you ask me. That is our closest break right now. We've gone through our first 3 breaks, and let's see, we're 2 slots away from the Pinnacle, 6 away from the Multi-Sports Lab, 6 away from Hurricane Ditka, 6 away from the Ultimate Football Loot Crate, 3 away from D-Up number 2. So it's up to you guys. Let us know what you want to roll with. I'll say this about the Loot Crate. We have just 2 Loot Crates left in the room. Would love to close out that Loot Crate series. That's a triple box break. You can win. Typically in those Loot Crates, Steven, we have a replica helmet and then 2 other items, which is either like a mini and a slab combined with a jersey, or it's like a football with the mini slab or jersey. But if you keep the same division, you can win 3 different things. So it's pretty good. Loot Crate is one that I would love to get out of the room today, because that means that we drop a new series if we get the Loot Crate done. So it's up to you guys. Let us know what you want to roll with. Since we're talking about that game, what do you guys think about that 49ers-Packers game? I think it's interesting that is the biggest spread this weekend in the NFL. Packers are the biggest favorite, and that makes me put them on upset watch just because of that.
Yeah, it's going to be cold, and I understand that they are a West Coast team, but the 49ers are about physicality and running the football.
Yeah.
Which that does okay in the snow. So
they match up well against the Packers. They also have a very good defense. Definitely have a shot in that game. You know, I have a podcast I do with one of my buddies. He picked all 4 underdogs to win this weekend. And I was like, wow, that is bold. I've got 1 underdog winning. I've got the Bengals beating the Titans. I'm just not sure about Derrick Henry's health and how good he's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And even if he's healthy, it's much more about like conditioning.
Sure.
You can't just come back in the NFC divisional or AFC divisional round and just, well, maybe he can. Maybe Derrick Henry can.
Derrick Henry can do a lot of things. Packers are getting players back, which makes them scary, says Nestor. I agree, Nestor. A lot of it is about health right now, and that's why I kind of like the Packers. God, do I dare say it, the favorite? Because I think the Bucks to me at full strength are a better team than the Packers. But the Bucks have some injuries. The Bucks have injuries. They may get Fournette and back, but I don't know that they're going to get that many other guys back. We know they're not going to get Godwin back. No. They're not going to get Antonio Brown back. So health is pretty important. Packers, Chiefs, Bills, some of the healthy teams right now. I like those guys. I mean, Chiefs Bills is going to be the game of the weekend to me.
I think that should
that feels like should be the AFC title game.
And
it really does.
And I think I'm going to say this. It's not a real bold prediction, but
sure.
The Super Bowl representative is coming from that game.
That's what I said too.
Yeah,
I think the AFC Super Bowl favorite is coming out of the game.
Clearly, if the Bills win, I'm not scared of anyone.
No, and I'm gonna go as far as saying this: the winner of that game is gonna win the whole thing. Mm-hmm. I really think the Chiefs and the Bills right now, to me, are a little bit stronger than the Packers and Bucks, the NFC favorites. And I agree with Caden. And I'm a little biased. I'm a Chiefs fan.
A little.
I lived 6 years in Missouri. I'll throw that out there. But I agree with Caden. Kansas City is going all the way. Tell him, Caden. Tell him, Caden Chisholm.
I'm changing mine. I was going to pick the Bengals. Not to win it all.
Okay.
Just to get there. Because I genuinely believe in Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you're a Joe Burrow. You've been talking. I'll tell you this. You've been talking Joe Burrow before they had the best record in the league. You were talking Joe Burrow like early in the season.
Yeah,
so that's fair.
I've loved him for a long time. But you know what I really enjoy about sports? And this is the same thing that's going to happen to the Bulls this year. It's all about building up to the moment and people just don't go and win Super Bowls. Usually, unless you're the Patriots.
Yeah.
But even usually then, you go through a form of a struggle.
Sure.
Joe Burrow, before he won that national championship in LSU,
he wasn't even good enough to be the starter at Ohio State, at least according to Urban Meyer.
Well, Urban Meyer loved Justin Fields, I guess, who was pretty solid. But even at LSU, the year before his national title, he struggled big time. And then he rebounded well. So I enjoy that aspect of his game. But hey, look, we got D-Up miniseries closed out. I'll get that ready for you. But he needs to lose. He needs to lose. I'm saying it right now. I think he's going to beat the Titans, but He's going to lose to the Bills in the AFC title.
Well, it's hard to make it to the Super Bowl in
your first
full year,
yeah.
second year. Although Patrick Mahomes not only did it, but won it.
But the infrastructure around Patrick Mahomes was a lot better than Joe Burrow right
I agree.
now.
Although Joe Burrow does have some great receivers.
He does.
And he's got that going for him.
So did Patrick Mahomes.
So did Patrick Mahomes.
Sammy Watkins is your fourth option. That's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Regardless of the situation.
By the way, Stephanie Simpkins is telling Caden Chisholm, you wish. I believe Stephanie is Caden's girlfriend. Stephanie Nestor, if you're listening, Stephanie's a 49ers fan. She's probably rolling with her Niners for the Super Bowl champ. And Bob, you bring up a good point. I'll tell you this, though. I don't think that's the case. Bob is saying if the winner of the Bills-Chiefs game thinks they're automatically going to L.A., the Titans and Derrick Henry 22 will run all over them. The reason why
that's fair.
The reason why I love the Chiefs and Bills, they have phenomenal coaching staffs. Andy Reid, by the way, is... here's a fun stat for you. If Andy Reid wins the Super Bowl this year, he's going to be second all-time in career playoff wins.
Yeah.
Tom Landry, second all-time with 20 playoff wins. Andy Reid is fourth with 18. So Andy Reid could move up. I don't think they're going to underestimate anyone. And the Bills, you know this as a Bears fan, both of their OC and DC are getting interviewed to be Bears head coaches. Eric Bieniemy, Steve Spagnuolo, guys who are also on the radar for head coaching gigs. Those are some great coaching staffs on both of those teams. They'll have their teams ready.
You know what I also like about both those teams, Kamen? They're scarred from the previous season.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills were on the doorstep of the Super Bowl. They want to get back to the AFC title game because they want a chance to win. And the Chiefs obviously got embarrassed in the Super Bowl. So clearly they want to avenge themselves. The Bengals and Titans, they don't even know what they don't understand yet. That's their problem.
They haven't been there. All right,
Exactly.
D up number 2, by the way, Jason Nail, another new customer. Jason Nail again, Chris Reitmeyer, Gary Collins, Chris Spearing, and Tyson Langston. If we can get 2 box numbers for D up number 2, that would be great. What's up, Shrek and Ghost? Good afternoon to you, the Shrek and Ghost. Bob does bring up a good point. Who had the number 1 seed in the AFC, a lousy coaching staff? No, I don't think so. I think Mike Vrabel is probably, to me, coach of the year with what he did with the Titans.
They had the most players play on a roster.
Yes.
Like 90-something.
They were a great team. The fact that they got the number 1 seed in the AFC is great. I'm not saying that he's not a great coach. He's phenomenal. I'm just saying that I don't look at the Chiefs or the Bills as teams that would overlook the Titans.
Yeah.
The Titans did beat both of them this season, but I guess second time around, it's a little easier when you make adjustments.
Exactly, but now they won't.
How about Hines Ward getting head coaching looks? I like it. Hines Ward was an excellent player, a steady force for the Steelers at the wide receiver spot. That's pretty cool. I think Hines Ward would deserve a spot. 12-31 is going Tyson on D up. Thank you very much, Tyson. I'm going to get those off the ticker, and I'm going to bring it on for you folks so we can rip those boxes.
And to Bob's point, watch the Titans just be ready to go.
They had time to prepare.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, you're right. We're always talking, you and I are talking, like the Bills and the Chiefs. The winner of this is going to represent the Super Bowl. Just watch out. Like, that's a good point by Bob. You never know. Any given Sunday.
I'll tell you this, Bob. I never feel less confident in any of the top teams than I do this year. I think there's a lot of parity in the NFL. Every team had at least 4 losses. I don't think much separates any of the playoff teams left. So nothing would surprise me. I know that's a cop-out, but I feel like that's the truth. I felt really confident in the Chiefs the last few years. This season, I don't feel nearly as confident in them. I really don't.
We feel like the Packers could go win the Super Bowl, but we also know they could lose this weekend.
That's exactly what can happen. We're going 7 times for your divisions here. D up number 2. Need a big defense to win the Super Bowl. We know that's also important. I know we're talking a lot about quarterbacks, but defense also matters, especially this time of year. All right, Gary Collins, you've got the NFC North. Chris Spearing, you've got the NFC South. Gary also has the NFC East. Chris Reitmeyer out in the NFC West. Tyson, you've got the North and South in the AFC. Jason, the new guy, you've got the AFC East and the AFC West. Welcome to the break room, Jason. We are glad that you chose our break room and that you're here this wonderful Wednesday afternoon. Couldn't think of a better thing to be doing on a Wednesday than breaking boxes, Steven. All right, here we go. Well, there's something about new guy mojo, Steven. We had our new customer earlier, Ben, get his first win in his first break. How about another one? Jason Nail, first break ever. You're taking home Brian Edwards, the Raiders receiver. He had all sorts of records at South Carolina. Solid with the Raiders this year. I believe around 500 receiving yards. Brian Edwards, AFC West hit. That is Jason Nail, new customer, starting with a win. Congratulations, Jason. Brian Edwards. Very nice. Welcome to the breaks. Fresh meats, says Sean. Yeah, 2 new customers today, guys. Thank you very much. We do have our referral program. You give $30, you get $30. If you want, I can drop that link in the chat for you guys. We would love to get all your friends in our break room. It is an excellent time. Congrats on the first win, says Shrek and Ghost. Look at that, Jason. If you're watching and listening, hopefully you feel welcome to the break room. I know there's a lot of folks, some people break and they don't watch. They believe in the no watch mojo. But if you are watching, Jason, congratulations on the dub.
I'd rather call it the show up at your door mojo.
Yeah, that's true. That's one way to look at it.
Hey, if it shows up at my door.
Yeah, that's... by the way, the Raiders played tough, Steven.
They did. They played the Bengals tough.
They played the Bengals tough. They closed the season with 3 straight wins getting into playoffs. They had a new head coach after John Gruden. They had the Henry Ruggs situation. Shout out to the Raiders for all that they did this season. I think they surprised a lot of people. And by the way, Brian Edwards, 571 receiving yards was the total on him. Second team All-SEC at South Carolina prior to the NFL. Okay, Nestor saying, I'll tell you what, if somehow the Niners pull out the upset against the Packers, I'm making a bold prediction of them representing the NFC in LA. I like it. I like it, Nestor.
I mean, you and I have talked about it. I don't doubt that. They're well coached. They were there 2 years ago. There's no reason that they could not.
All right. Sean is saying, what about the people that watch and don't break? Ha, 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 ha. Well, you're open. We're happy to have all you folks in here bringing positive energy in our break room. All right. Second hit of the show. We got a Hall of Fame offensive lineman, Walter Jones for the Seattle Seahawks, one of the all-time great offensive linemen. 6th overall pick, NFL 2000s All-Decade Team, 9-time Pro Bowler, Walter Jones. That's the NFC West. The NFC West is awfully hot today. We had Roger Craig coming out twice. Now we've got Walter Jones. Chris Reitmeyer. Congratulations, Chris. Walter Jones mini coming your way. So the D-Up series, the headliners are defensive players, but we do have some good offensive players in this series as well. We just had 2 offensive hits. And we have an Earl Campbell, who's not a headliner in this series. And I know a lot of folks have been liking Earl Campbell lately.
I mean, he's one of the few people to win both the Heisman and an MVP.
Yeah. Heisman Trophy.
8 people, was it?
I can't remember. I know it's 8 for the 2,000-yard rush club. But very few, both the Heisman Trophy winner and an NFL MVP. Earl Campbell, one of those guys who is in this series for us. How about them Pinnacles, baby? Great series and some amazing helmets to show for sure. I couldn't agree more, Mr. Shrek and Ghost. That is the single best series we have on our site right now, without question. And I think, did we close that out? We do have Circle the Wagons number 2 coming up.
I think we're 1 away. Mr. January just sold out, and I'm going to get a new one up there.
Okay. No, we're sold out. Maybe you didn't mark it as green, because I'm seeing live break number 2 here.
All right, here, I'll get it up for you.
Steven's going to get that list up for us. Let's do that series now, since we haven't seen it. Shrek and Ghost, you're bringing up a good point. These are our headliners.
Yeah, I guess I just didn't.
Drew Brees Eclipse, Deion Sanders Primetime, Speed Flex, Lawrence Taylor, Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, Jalen Ramsey, Antonio Gates. But the best thing about this series, are the guys that aren't the headliners. Just as good. We have a Jerome Bettis for you in that series. I know Shrek and Ghost, you're a Steelers fan. Travis Kelce, triple signed Bears helmet. We've got an O.J. Simpson, a Tony Romo. I mean, those are just some of the hits in this series. Not a single bad hit in that series. So let's do it. Let's go, Colton. Good luck. Colton's talking up himself. All right, well, hey, Colton, you are in this break. If you want to give us a box number, we also have Jeremy Field. We've got Grayson Wagner, Christopher Pesta, Larry Rossland, Jason Nailed, the new guy in the second break, and the Shrek and Ghost is in there, as well as Seth Wentworth. Seth, who filled up a bunch of orders earlier. That series literally has all headliners, LOL. I agree. We pulled a Sean Alexander in that series and a Troy Aikman yesterday, and those were not headliners. So, absolutely. We'll do the jerseys after Circle the Wagons. We did a jersey break already, or after Pinnacle.
Yeah, let's say the Circle.
I think Steven hadn't put the Pinnacle in there. He's got it in there now.
First, yeah.
Pinnacle did sell out first, so we'll do that first, then the jerseys. I'm interested in slab cards, says Chris. Well, Chris, we do have a slab series up on our break page. It is the multi-sport slabs. We have great headliners in there, like a LeBron James, Josh Allen, among others. Can we get a box number on Pinnacle? Larry Rossland is coming through with number 10. Literally, Joshua Schreckenghost is doing the selling for me, the pump, the hype, because he said it. They're literally all headliners in that series. That's the best way to put it. They're all headliners. No bad hits in that series. Schreckenghost, you said it best. All right, box number 10. Even I'll be completely honest with you. When we dropped this series yesterday, I just got immediately pumped for my Wednesday show with you today. For our Wednesday afternoon show, I was like, man, Steven and I get the privilege to open up these sick helmets. It is really, really cool. This is among the best series, if not the best series we've ever had. We've been here for 4 months now, so obviously we haven't been here that long. But this is as good as we've had, Steven. It is absolutely loaded. We're gonna go 7 times on the randomizer. Mike and Steven tonight, I believe.
Yes.
Mike and Steven. Caden's asking.
Yep, Mike will be in your seat, and I'll be right here.
Pure fire for sure. Super hype, says Shrek and Ghost. I agree. It is super hyped. By the way, Shrek and Ghost, you've got the NFC North. I'm jealous. You can get yourself that triple signed Bears helmet that I want. Grayson Wagner, you're in the NFC South. There's a Drew Brees in there. NFC East is Jeremy Field. We've got a Tony Romo, a Deion Sanders primetime in the NFC East. Seth Wentworth, you've got the NFC West. There's, I know, a George Kittle for sure in there. And probably a bunch of other good ones. AFC North, Ray Lewis, T. Sizzle. For Colton, AFC South is Jason Nail. I'm trying to think of a headliner hit out of the AFC South, but I know there's something. There's something good. AFC East, Larry Rossland, Christopher Pesta out in the AFC West.
Marshall Falk.
Marshall Falk is in this series.
Yeah, he might be a Colts helmet.
Again, another guy who's not a headliner in this series. It's insane. This series is insane, guys.
Fred Taylor, Maurice Jones-Drew.
There's so many good helmets in this series. I cannot say enough about it. Speaking of which, not a headliner in this series. Some fire. Stephon Diggs on the flash. Stephon Diggs, all-pro wide receiver, led the league in receiving yards last year, was in the top 10 this year as well. Stephon Diggs on the flash. We don't have the card. This box here is empty, but I know the signature. I know the player that is Stephon Diggs on the flash. I was looking for AFC East hits. Well, there you have it. AFC East, Stephon Diggs, not a headliner. Larry Rossland, you are taking home Diggsy. Very nice hit. Single spot snipe for Larry, although I think a whole bunch of people had one spot in there. Congratulations, Larry, on Stephon Diggs. Called out the box number, Steven, and got the win. Awesome. Yeah, Stephon Diggs is really, really good. I mean, he is a phenomenal receiver, and the connection that he has with Josh Allen is special. Like, he was great in Minnesota, but he's really taken off in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Larry Rossland, wow, Diggs, says Cody. Cody loves it. Gotta love it, Cody.
I think it's got the QR code on the back, correct?
Yes, it does.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the QR code. That's why we didn't have a sticker. It's a Beckett item. I just recognize the signature. I know Bob Boulay is probably going to come in here and tell us that it's not a great auto, a great player, a great helmet, not a great auto. But you know what? I don't mind the squiggle as much personally.
It seems to be more the style of the current day players.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys like the big signature. I don't mind the little one personally. If that doesn't prove the fire that will come from this series, I do not know what will, says the Shrek and Goad. $85 a pop as well. Wow. Yeah, it is a great series. Great helmet, great player, crappy auto, says Bob. There it is. He comes in every time. Sean is saying, hey, Joshua, how about them Pens? Best sporting event game I've been to. Pens were down 3-0 in the first period and scored 5 goals in a row to win 5-3 against Vegas. Sounds like a great hockey game. Circle the Wagons, number 2. Whole bunch of Seth Wentworth and a Colton Bicker in there as well. Can you guys give us a box number? Circle the Wagons, number 2. Great game for sure, says the Shrek and Ghost. Indeed. Hopefully we get moving on that Pinnacle helmet series. I mean, as the Shrek and Ghost said, that is what it looks like. It's pretty sick. We close out the next Circle the Wagons too?
Yep.
All right, so we'll have a couple jersey breaks coming up. Seth and Colton, can we get a box number? Excellent. The beauty of the breaks we just did and the one we have coming up, the Pinnacle series and the jersey series are both things we've barely had up. I think we both debuted them yesterday, so we haven't gotten through very much in those series, so a lot of good stuff left. But as Shrek and Go said, every helmet in the Pinnacle is good. But just a matter, is it good or is it great? Because that series is loaded. I'll give you guys about 30 seconds here, Seth and Colton. If you guys don't give me a box number, I'll head to the randomizer, and I'll let the randomizer pick the box number. We got basically 2 through 18. I think we're missing 7 and 17 because those were called out. Maybe 10 looks like as well. But whole bunch of numbers from 2 through 18 available on the ticker. 5 away on the Loot Crate, 6 away in the Multi-Sport Slabs, 5 away in the Ditka, all 8 in the D-Up number 3, 7 away in Pinnacle number 2, and then we just closed out the Wagons and Mr. January as well. So we have a couple things coming up. Circle the Wagons 2 and 3, and we close out the 2nd January, right?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Okay.
I still got it.
All right, I'm going to head to the randomizer. Haven't heard on a box number from you guys. I will let the randomizer pick. If you give me a box number while I'm doing this, you can have it. You can definitely have it. So you can buzzer beat me and get your box number. Otherwise, I'm headed to the randomizer. We'll go 7 times, and the randomizer will pick the box number. We do have more box numbers we've made available for you guys here lately. So it actually makes it harder on me to get all those numbers in the randomizer. But I'll do it because I don't want to pick the numbers for you. Because I don't want to pick something that's bad. People don't like. So we'll go 7 times here. Top spot is the box I'm going with on the randomizer. Top spot is 2. Very lowest box number we have. If you can get 2, Steven, or if you're busy, I'll get up and get it. Because I know it's next to you there. Whatever works for you. Box number 2. Thank you very much, Steven. I'm going to go ahead and head to the randomizer and throw you guys in your divisions. Thank you very much to everyone for filling out the breaks. A whole bunch of people. Seth, you're getting a whole bunch of orders. Colton, you're in several breaks. And everyone else who's in the break room today, thank you very much for the orders as well as the participation in the chat. You guys are what makes this break room a whole bunch of fun. If Scott Thompson is watching by chance, Scott Thompson knows this. Colton Bicker has a whole bunch of luck when he's got the AFC West. Well, Colton's got it now, although he's going up against 7 spots for Seth everywhere else. So Colton's looking for that AFC West hit. Seth is good with any other hit. Oh, man, this is great. This is great. This division is hot today. Steven, one of my all-time favorite players. Probably one of my 5 or 10 favorite players in NFL history. Lance Briggs, former Chicago Bears linebacker. He was actually really overshadowed by Brian Urlacher. As great as Urlacher was, Briggs was also great. A great tackle machine. He used to force turnovers. Multi-time Pro Bowler, one of the best linebackers of our generation on this beautiful orange Bears jersey. This is a great hit. Really underrated player. Again, a linebacker that I absolutely love. Lance Briggs, NFC North. Seth Wentworth, another dub for Seth. I had 7 slots in there getting that Lance Briggs jersey. Very nice. He's a good Twitter follow, too. He makes it known what he thinks about the Bears on Twitter. And he could be harsh at times, but he's honest. Lance Briggs. Excellent. Briggsy, what a beast, says the Shrekin Ghost. Indeed. Indeed. I think we have a decent amount of Briggs jerseys, because I know I pulled a Briggs in our last jersey series. And here we are again with another Briggs. I like this. I like this a lot. A lot of fire today, Steven.
Oh, yeah.
We've started with fire. We should call it Fire Wednesday. We're not firing any coaches. We're just getting fire in the break room.
We're just trying to hire a coach.
Yes, we are. The Bears are trying to hire one. Maybe they can get Lance Briggs' input on it. I
don't think they want his input.
Yeah, probably not. I think I saw they had a brief phone conversation with Jim Harbaugh. That's the guy that I want for the Bears. I'm not sure if there's enough to lure him out of Michigan, but he was a Bears quarterback back in the day. All right, up next, we've got Mr. January coming up. We had a Devontae Adams coming out of the first Mr. January. Seth Wentworth won it. So he's like, let's run it back. Let's see what else I can win here. So Tyson Langston's also in here. Seth and Tyson, if we can get a box number, that would be great. We got a whole bunch of them for Mr. January. I'll give you guys a couple minutes there on the box number before I head to the randomizer. I'm sure Tyson's in here, and I saw Seth in here earlier. Tyson's a very active guy in the chat. So if you guys are in there, holler at us.
Is there any update on the Dutch?
Yeah, I forgot about the Dutch. When we start rolling, I forget. Thank you very much for reminding me, Steven. Let's see. We started John Riggins at 500, right?
Yep.
Let's go to 450. Let's knock off $50. And how about this, Steven? Look at the chat right now. Take a look
I saw it.
28. Both Seth and Tyson want 28.
It works out for us.
You know what that means? 28's got to be good. That's just my inkling. So I'm going to go get 28 right now, guys. Thank you very much for both folks in here calling out the box number. All right, I'm going to move a couple of these helmets so I don't box myself in. 28 right in front of me, too. Wow, 28 was a great box, guys. No need to search through. 28 was the first box I saw. All right, here we go. I think Tyson had the close in this one, I believe.
Yes, he did.
So if you believe in the closer magic, Richard Adcook, if Tyson wins this break, it's definitely a real thing because whole bunch of Seth in here. All right. We're going 7 times for your divisions. 5 slots on Pinnacle, ladies and gents. Let's rip one more. Shrekin Ghost, let's rip 5 more. Why just 1? Let's go with 5. I'm happy to rip all afternoon. We're happy to stay on here all afternoon long. As long as you guys are filling up breaks, we'll be here ripping those breaks. I think 1 is not enough, Shrekin Ghost. We want to rip at least 5 of those. All right, Tyson, you've got the NFC North. Seth, you have the rest. NFC North was the hit earlier with Devontae Adams. And we had Lance Briggs. So NFC North is hot. Seth is hot as well with several wins, too. Let's see what we have in Mr. January, number 2. Let's rip the whole series, says Shrekin Ghost. Fine with me. Fine by me. I don't think we do Shrekin Ghost, but I'm not sure. Holy moly, Steven. Richard Adcook, I know you're in here because you were in a break earlier. Closer magic is a thing. I feel really bad for Seth, to be honest. I feel terrible for Seth. But Tyson Langston, you had one spot in here.
Well,
You're taking home William Refrigerator Perry, the big offensive lineman for the Bears. This guy, actually, he was a defensive lineman, excuse me, but he scored a touchdown, a rushing touchdown in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. A great big beast on that Bears 85 defense. William Refrigerator Perry on the Lunar. It is a replica, as all the helmets are in that series. Tyson Langston, single spot snipe, closer magic. What a hit, Tyson. Let's go. Unreal, says Seth.
And a box calling magic. Even
Yes.
Seth Wentworth, that goes against that too.
Holy
But
cow.
you guys did pick the same box.
The fridge. Unreal. The
Yeah.
fridge, says UA producer Steven. I like that hit, though. That's a nice hit. NFC North is hot today, guys. The NFC North is the place to be. And hey, we've pulled a bunch of Bears. Maybe we can pull that triple signed Bears helmet in the Pinnacle series. I would love to see that.
Yeah, we're halfway home on it, so let's get it.
Tyson was kind of scared he wasn't winning anything. Well, you guys know all it takes is one spot to win. It is pretty wild. That was literally wild, though. And it was a close. I know I say this a lot, Steven, but I feel like when you close out a break, you give yourself some positive mojo. We don't have the statistics behind it, but you just saw it right there. Richard Adcook, if you're watching. Richard Adcook. Richard's a great guy. He doesn't believe in the closer magic, though. That's why I'm calling him out.
Yeah.
Dang, did I miss the jersey, says Colton. Colton, you missed the jersey number 2. We had a Lance Briggs jersey. That's one that you would have liked as a Bears fan. Seth got the Lance Briggs jersey. But good news, we have another jersey break coming up, and it's all Tyson Langston, I believe.
He was scared he wasn't going to win anything.
Yeah, he was scared he wasn't going to win anything.
So
he won something last time. Now he wants this again.
So he made sure of it.
All right, Sean loves Dutchies. He's like, all my authentic Dolphin helmets will have the same box cutter mark on the top of the helmet. Love me the Dutchies, indeed. Shrek and Ghost is saying, Pinnacle, Pinnacle, Pinnacle. Is that one full?
Nope, 4 away.
Number 2 is 4 away?
Yep.
Okay, so 4 away on that Pinnacle. Tyson, I know you're in here. Can you get us a box number on Circle the Wagons? Number 3 now. We're all the way to number 3 on this break. That is excellent to hear. We are 4 away from the Pinnacle, and then we are 5 away from the Loot Crate, 6 away from the Slabs, 5 away from the Ditka, and pretty open elsewhere. Tyson, can you get us a box number, sir? Definitely would like to get the Loot Crate done. We only have 2 Loot Crates left in the series. We'll drop a new series afterwards. It's a triple box break. Pretty good series. I know we have a Terrell Suggs college helmet out there still in that
He
series.
says lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4. I know Sean and Colton are good for 2 spots on the Pinnacle. Let's do it, gents, says the Strecken Ghost. Okay. All right. Well, Tyson, I'm going to get 4 off the ticker, and we will get 4 to you for the jerseys. Circle the
3 away.
wagons. 3 away on Pinnacle now?
Mm-hmm.
Steven, do you want to hand me the jersey, sir?
What number again?
4. Number 4. Ripping through the jerseys. I love it.
All right, that.
Number 4. No need to randomize divisions because it's all Tyson. Thank you very much, Steven. Steven's clearing up some room with the boxes. I'm going to throw Tyson in all the divisions just because it makes it look good. All right, we know Tyson's winning. It's just a matter of what he's winning. He's going with his lucky number 4. Tyson, this is the guy we have in the break room quite a lot, but it's a guy I like because I'm a Chiefs fan. We got ourselves Derek Johnson. It's fitting because he called out box number 4. Derek Johnson is a 4-time Pro Bowl linebacker. That works out pretty well. He was a great linebacker with the Chiefs, like I said, more than 900 career tackles. One of the all-time legends of the game, former Dick Butkus Award winner in college at Texas. Pretty solid career in the NFL with Los Chiefs. Derek Johnson, AFC West hit, but it didn't matter because Tyson had all the slots in there. Yeah, I'm not going to rip the jerseys. I like that. Bob says, don't rip the jerseys. They're tough to sew up. I'll just rip the box that the jersey opens in. But sounds good. I'll be sure to take care of those jerseys, Mr. Bob Boulay. Derek Johnson. Let's close out that Pinnacle, guys.
We're one away.
One away on the Pinnacle. The Shrekin Ghost. I can't decide, Steven. Who's more excited for the Pinnacle? Is it Shrekin Ghost or is it me?
I'm gonna guess Shrek Ghost. He has an actual chance to win.
That's true. That's a good answer. Shrekin Ghost is most excited for the Pinnacle. I'm perhaps second most. Closer Magic
but
is...
you are the most excited for someone who can't win.
For someone who can't win. Well, we got to get you jacked up too, Steven. Let's go.
I'm jacked up inside. It's not showing on the outside.
Okay.
I warm up. It's still cold outside.
All right. It is cold outside in the Chicagoland area. They call it the Windy City for a reason. In case you guys didn't witness Tyson's closer magic, it's a real thing. Let's see who closes out the Pinnacle.
I mean, in back-to-back series, he closed them out.
He technically did close them out in back-to-back series, and he got both wins.
I'm pretty sure someone else got a win earlier, too, with closer magic.
It was probably Seth, because he got a bunch of spots and got a win with his close.
Yep. Who won the first Pinnacle?
I think it was Larry, and Larry might have closed that. I know he called out the box number for sure.
Oh yeah, Larry stole that. Hold on, I'll get you some numbers.
All right, one away on the Pinnacle, guys. Let's close out the Pinnacle. Let's keep rolling on our breaks. Pretty open on most of the breaks. Otherwise, 5 away in the Loot Crate. It's actually almost warm today right now in Jersey, 52 degrees. Bob, that sounds incredible. I'll tell you this, for this time of year, 52 degrees, I say that's warm. I love it.
Someone believes you, and they believe in closer magic. Possibly the only man more excited than you, Kamen.
Is it the Shrekin Ghost?
It is.
Let's pull up that closer magic to the test, says Shrekin Ghost. All right. All right, Shrekin Ghost, making it happen. Looks like Tyson bought the next jersey series as well. Tyson, who are you chasing in the jerseys? Let us know who you're chasing. I know you're buying a bunch of those slots in the jerseys. Is there a specific jersey that you're looking for? And Shrekin Ghost, what would you like out of that series? I know there's a Jerome Bettis helmet, but as you said, no bad hits in that series Pinnacle at all.
All right, it's ready for you.
It's ready. Regimo Taglicott. Regimo, welcome for your first order today. Joshua Shrekin Ghost, Larry Rosslin, Jason Champion, also first order of the day. Colton Bicker in here again. David Fronheiser, first order of the day. Welcome, guys. We are glad you're here. And then Shrekin Ghost again with the close. You know, Kamen is excited when his voice goes up an octave. That's right, Bob. My voice does go up an octave when I get pumped. Getting pretty pumped today. That much is for sure. Looking for the bus, my friend, but all of them are fire. Okay, Shrekin Ghost, do you have a box number that might help you out?
Number 3 is live.
Number 3 is live if you guys want to hop on the next Pinnacle. And Joshua does have 3 slots in here. Looks like Regimo has 1. Larry, Jason, Colton, and David each have 1. This will be fun. This will be fun. 14. Larry had box 10 in the last Pinnacle. He called out the box number, one that's Stephon Diggs Flash. Now he's going with 14. All right, 14 is going off the ticker. I'm going to randomize you guys for your divisions, and we'll see what you got. I don't know, Larry with that box number mojo today, Steven. We'll see. I was going to say 14 as well, says Shrekin Ghost. Okay, well, whenever 2 guys pick out the same number, I say something good's coming. Was it 28? We had 2 folks calling out 28, I think was the Devontae Adams helmet that popped out. So, we'll see. Colton, you've got the NFC North. I know you're a Bears fan. We have a triple signed Bears helmet in that division. Brian Urlacher, Dick Butkus, and Mike Singletary. Shrekin Ghost, you've got the NFC South. We got a Drew Brees Eclipse in there. Regimo Taglicott, NFC East. We've got a Deion Sanders Primetime Speed Flex helmet, as well as a Tony Romo helmet. Shrek and Ghost, you're in the NFC West. You also have the AFC North, Jerome Bettis. That's your division. You can get your bus in that division. You can also get Ray Lewis, T Sizzle as well. So really good stuff. AFC South is David Fraunheiser. Maybe a lot of Colts we have in our room. Certainly a good Colt in there. AFC East is Jason Champion. There's an OJ Simpson that's not a headliner in that series. And Larry Rossland, you're in the NFC West. I don't think Romo was pulled, Larry. I believe Troy Aikman was pulled. I looked through our winner sheet. I think we pulled a Troy Aikman, not a Tony Romo. But Shrek and Ghost is happy that he's got his division. All right. Which tells you how good that series is, that we've already pulled a Troy Aikman. All right. 14 on the box number, right?
Yes.
14, are you hiding from me? 14's hiding, but he's here. These are some of our best full-size authentics. This Flex series is priced at $85. It's actually priced higher than our Tom Brady series. This series is significantly better than the Tom Brady series. That series just had Tom Brady, but all the helmets in this series are absolute fire, Steven. There's a reason why it's $85. It's because everything is guaranteed amazing. Aikman last night, says Bob. That's right. I knew Aikman was pulled. All right, let's go. Ghost. Sean is cheering for the Shrek and Ghost. Shrek and Ghost is cheering for Jerome Bettis. Let's see if my voice will go up an octave, Steven. That means it's something good. Let's put it to the test, Bob. Okay. This division is really, really hot today. Boy, if you've got the NFC North, you are on fire. This time, the NFC North belongs to Colton Bicker. We've got Dante Culpepper. Dante Culpepper, three-time Pro Bowler, led the league in passing yards in 2004, passing touchdowns in 2000. Believe it or not, this is probably the worst hit we've had in the Pinnacle. Dante Culpepper, we've done about, give or take, maybe 8 boxes in this series so far. This is actually hands down the worst hit. And if Dante Culpepper is the worst hit, it tells you it's a good series. Colton Bicker, congratulations. 1 spot in the NFC North. You are taking home Dante Culpepper. Very nice. Great relationship with Randy Moss. I know Randy Moss was incredible for the Vikings, but let's not forget the man who was throwing him the ball. Dante Culpepper. And Brad Johnson. Actually, maybe very briefly, Brad Johnson, but yes, I believe that might be right.
We went 15-1 with Brad Johnson.
I think it was actually Randall Cunningham that year, I believe.
Maybe.
Randall Cunningham, I think, was the quarterback in like his first year there. I think it was Randall Cunningham was the QB when they went 15-1 and did not even make the Super Bowl. The Atlanta Falcons had a big upset that year with Jamal Anderson, a guy that we know in this break room, having a big game, I'm sure.
Oh, it wasn't Elder.
Was it Cunningham?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cunningham.
35-year-old.
35-year-old quarterback.
Brad Johnson, he might have got hurt. Because then Brad Johnson
took over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what happened. That
makes sense. All right, so Shrek Ghost is saying, is it at all possible to promote a double for Pinnacle? Possibly. I want to keep ripping these. Here's the deal, Shrek Ghost. I'm absolutely happy to do a double for Pinnacle, but we would need at least 5 people to agree to it because it would be priced 85 times 2 would be 170.
Yeah.
So if we can get 5 people, aka 4 others besides Shrek and Ghost, we get 5 people in on a double, we will make it a double. I would love to do a double on Pinnacle. The only issue there is making sure we fill it up. So we get 5 folks in here saying they're down for a double, we'll make it a double. I want to keep ripping those as well. Tyson, you are in Circle the Wagons number 4. Let us know on a box number. It's all you in here. Another win coming for you. Just a matter of the box. Round them up, boys. Who's down for a double? I am in, says the Shrek Ghost. If you're in for a double on the Pinnacle, let us know right now.
Our box number will be coming up soon.
Yes, Tyson, do you have a box number for the jerseys, Tyson? And we have 7 slots remaining in the next Pinnacle. So the Pinnacle number 3 is going to be a single at $85 because we already filled up a slot. However, if we round up the troops and get 5 folks in, we can make the next Pinnacle a double. So the third one's going to be a single. The next one could be a double. Tyson's going 11 on the box number.
Sounds good. I'll get that.
Awesome. All right, 11 is going off the ticker. You guys know if you do plan on entering Pinnacles today or tonight, a double box break is the easiest way to get 2 done at once. So I do believe in the double box breaks. I'm a huge fan of those. Happy to make that a double. It's just a matter of you guys agreeing to do it. All right. This is getting out of hand, Steven. The NFC North is getting out of hand. We've got ourselves Paul Hornung. Paul Hornung, a legendary player. He played with the Packers, a running back, a kicker, 4-time NFL champ. Won the original Super Bowl, led the NFL in rushing touchdowns in 1960. The NFC North is absolutely on fire. This is like a custom feeling jersey. It feels super fresh. Paul Hornung, legend of the game in the 60s. One of the OG Super Bowl champs, Paul Hornung. NFC North is extremely hot at the moment. NFC North is the division of the day. Holy moly. NFC North keeps hitting. Paul Hornung, Tyson Langston, congratulations on the win. Awesome. Yeah, get yourself the NFC North, and you are in good position, I say. How else are we looking on the break page? Are we close on anything, Steven?
So right now, let me refresh. Wide open on Circle the Wagons, number 5. In Pinnacle, 8 in Mr. January, 8 in the D-Up, 5 left in the Ultimate Football Crate, 6 left in the Slabs, 5 left in Hurricane Ditka.
Okay, excellent, guys. Let's fill up those breaks. We want to keep the show rolling. Let's keep the break orders coming in. The golden boy out of South Bend won the Heisman in the shadow of touchdown Jesus, says Bob. Okay, that's pretty cool. Bob Boulay would know. Bob Boulay, this is like right when Bob grew up. These are the guys that he was looking up. The legends of the past. You know how for us, like who would be like an O.J. Simpson is a guy who was a great player right before we started watching. We look up O.J. Simpson. Bob was looking up Paul Hornung. So, yeah, great player back in the day, no doubt. No doubt. Thank you so much to everyone for hopping in on the break page today. We are having an excellent afternoon. A whole bunch of Green Bay Packer and Chicago Bear hits out of the NFC North, as well as Dante Culpepper coming out as well. So let us know what break you would like to do right now. Fairly open on the break page. Definitely would like to do a Loot Crate break. I think that's a very underrated series we have right now. 5 slots remaining in the Loot Crate. Only 2 Loot Crates left in the entire series. And then I can't say enough, this Pinnacle series. I'm going to post this up one more time for Shrek and Ghost and others. He knows how good it is. We have a Drew Brees, Eclipse in this series. Primetime flex for the Cowboys. Lawrence Taylor, Terrell Suggs, Ray Lewis, Jalen Ramsey, Antonio Gates. All of these are Speed Flex helmets, which are just about the best helmets, except for Breeze on that Eclipse. And we've got Jerome Bettis in here. We've got Travis Kelce, Mike Singletary, Brian Urlacher, Dick Butkus, triple signed Bears linebacker helmet. We've got a George Kittle, a Jalen Hurts, Brian Dawkins. I know we pulled Stephon Diggs in today's show. I think Watt, Dickerson, Aikman, Alexander might have been pulled. O.J. Simpson, not even a headliner in this series. Tony Romo, not even a headliner in this series. And there's probably a whole bunch of others that aren't even listed on here that are really, really good hits. So let's keep rolling with the Pinnacle. Shrek and Ghost and I want to be happy. Larry wants to play the Slabs. Okay, so Larry, that would be a great series to play. We are just 6 away in the Slabs. I'll throw this up as well, guys, so you see what an idea of what we have in here. We've got ourselves a Josh Allen slab. I know is still out there. LeBron James slab. I mean, look at this list of headliners. This series is really, really sick. Slab card series would be a great one to get through. Only $25 a spot, one of the cheaper things we have on the site. For reference as well, specialty helmets, unsigned, go for $500+. Authentic, of course. And Shrek and Ghost, you know this, but that Flex on them series, they're all full-size authentics. The headliners are all speed flexes, except for Briggs, which is just an Eclipse. I'm sure most in here know that, though, as we're all pretty regular. That's somewhat true, Shrek and Ghost. We have a lot of regulars in here. We do have a lot of new customers coming through lately, though. A lot of relatively new customers. And we had 2 new customers today, both picking up their first win and their first breaks. So we like to keep people updated. We never know if you're new or not. I mean, we do know if you're new or not, but we have a lot of newer folks in here as well. So I want to take care of you guys. Steven, let's lower the Dutch, though. John Riggins, we started at 500. He's at 450. Let's go another 50. Let's go 400. 400. This is also a full-size authentic helmet. John Riggins, a former Super Bowl champ, former Super Bowl MVP, Pro Football Hall of Famer, twice led the NFL in rushing touchdowns, one of the best running backs in the game. John Riggins is our Dutch item. He's in perfect shape. The only issue is that box cutter up top there that happened in the factory. You don't even really notice it when you display it. It's just, this is what it looks like when you display it. So it's not really something you notice. The autograph is in perfect condition. So that Dutch is available for $400. We're getting pretty close to the low price. We're not quite at the rock bottom, but we're really close. So if you want this helmet, want to make sure you get it, now is the time to snap that bad boy up. Speed flexes are closer to 700 if I'm not mistaken, unsigned as well. Yeah, speed flexes. So I mean, really that $85 does look intimidating, but it's actually kind of a bargain. I don't know. I don't want to like oversell, but it's at least a solid price.
It's a bargain if you win.
It's a bargain if you win. That much is true. Mm-hmm. It is definitely a bargain if you win the items.
But if you have $85 to spend, I mean,
yeah,
it's your call.
It's a good series. It is definitely one that I recommend for you guys.
And like you said, Dante Culpepper is one of the
worst. Not one of. I think he's single-handedly the worst hit we've had in that series right now.
So far.
Yeah. So far. It's almost worth buying all 8 spots. Laugh out loud, you still come out on top. Well, if you want to buy all 8 slots, Shrek and Ghost?
Yeah, it'd be 6 slots, but yeah.
6 slots, because there's only 6 left right now. Shrek and Ghost and I are selling hard. We got 1 more slot off the board. I'm going back and forth and buying all the slots on them. Well, here's the deal, Joshua. I'll make this easy for you. Since I know you want to keep ripping through these, you want to do a double. I'm guessing you're going to be here tonight buying out slots. If you think you're going to buy at least 8 slots total the rest of the day, you might as well get all 8 slots and guarantee yourself a win. Because if you're planning on buying at least 8 slots at some point tonight in that break, that could be something for you to do. We do have Regimo Taglicott and Jason Champion. Both have hopped in to that break. Those 2 guys are in it so far. Yeah, nothing like a guaranteed win. I think it would be, I mean, I don't advise you doing it constantly, but if you do want to do it one time for sure, to maybe see a guaranteed win, get your feet wet and get the fire going, that is something you would do. You'd want to do it on a clean slate. Okay, well, hey, maybe we close out the 3rd Pinnacle, and then Joshua gets all of them in the 4th one. That's fine by me. Definitely would like to do at least 1 more Pinnacle, guys. 6 slots remaining. We want to do that one. It's now 1:16. I'll tell you what, we're going to be on the air until at least 1:30 regardless, Steven. 14 minutes we're staying on regardless of what happens. We get within 2 or 3 slots remaining somewhere. We'll definitely go past 1:30. I'd like to go past 2 o'clock. That's my goal for today. I would love for us, Steven and I love being in here with you guys. Would love for us to stay on past 2. We do got to get going on the orders. A little bit slow at the moment. We'll definitely stay on until 1:30. See where we're at 1:30. If we're close to a break, we'll stay on probably until at least 1:40. Fairly open right now, though. We don't have, we have 5 slots left in Loot Crate, 5 in Hurricane, 6 in the Multisport Slabs, 6 in the Pinnacle. So let's keep ripping. Let's keep those orders coming. We'll hopefully stay on longer this afternoon. You're back tonight, regardless, Steven. You'll be producing for Mike.
Yep.
So we'll have hopefully another busy show tonight as well. A pretty solid show for the afternoon show. You guys know this. Typically, the night shows tend to be a little bit busier, obviously, with folks working. But I love that a lot of you folks play our break room during your work hours, which is a great distraction. Makes the workday a lot more fun, I think, at least. So, Steven, let's go through some of the matchups this weekend. I know we talked plenty on the Packers, Niners. I think we're both leaning Packers, but thinking Niners cover. And I think we're both going the upset with the Bengals, right? Are we both picking the upset? Because I'm feeling Joe Burrow.
I'm riding with Joey Burrow.
All right, I'm riding with Mr. Burrow as well. He's cool and calm under pressure. I said this before the playoffs. If there's a young quarterback who I trust more than anyone in their first playoff setting, it's Joe Burrow. And
Second playoff setting. But first on the road.
Well, first, yeah, right. But I said going into the playoffs, talking about the first game. I thought you were saying second to playoff setting because he was in the college football playoff.
No, I meant
because
he literally played a game already.
Yeah, this will be a second playoff setting.
First on the road, though.
Yeah. What do you think about the Rams-Bucks game? I know we hit on the Chiefs-Bills. I know we both like the Chiefs. What about the Rams-Bucks game?
First, Caden has a question. How many people can you send that 30 for 30 code to? You can send it to as many people as you want, I believe.
Unlimited is the answer.
They have to spend $30.
Correct.
So that's the only kicker with that, and then they'll reward you with $30 UA cash. Rams, Buccaneers.
Yeah, what do you think about that game?
I don't know what to think, honestly. That game's kind of a toss-up for me. I don't know why the Rams should lose, besides Tom Brady. But it seems like he just finds a way.
I think the Rams on paper, given the Bucks injuries, in theory should win on paper.
Yeah.
Because they beat them by 10 earlier this season,
right.
Even when the Bucks were healthy. I just trust Tom Brady a lot
also
more.
Beat the Super Bowl
yeah,
champions,
they did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I trust Tom Brady a lot more than I trust Matthew Stafford. That's the reason why I'm rolling with the Bucks. Also, 8-1 at home if you count the playoffs. They've been really, really solid at home.
And their defense looked really good against the Eagles. And I know that the Rams are way better,
sure.
But, I mean, it's all about confidence at this point.
Sure.
Getting your defense confidence. Because, like you said, the Chiefs started the year horribly defensively, but their confidence has been building.
Yes.
And if their confidence can lock in for 3 more games, they can win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
So,
and if the Chiefs win 3 more games, Andy Reid would move to number 2 all-time in career playoff wins for head coaches. By the way, Caden, I dropped that referral link right below there, guys. If you have friends who you know love sports memorabilia, love gambling, just love having an all-around good time, send them this referral link. They're going to get $30 off their first order with us, and you're going to get $30 off yourself. As Steven said, Caden, they must purchase an order with us. So you send that link to a friend, they don't get an order with us.
At least $30.
At least $30.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. It must be worth at least $30. If they don't order, then that link doesn't do you anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the referral link. You are welcome to send it to as many people as you want. 5 away now on the Pinnacle. We're slowly getting there. Regimo hopping in with another order. Thank you very much, Regimo. Appreciate that. Let's definitely get that done today. And then yeah, I'm going Chiefs over the Bills in the over/under. My goodness, 54.5. I feel like that's going over.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be shattered.
I can see both teams being in the 30s. I think
both defenses are playing really well too right now. But what was I going to say? But both the defenses that are going to play these offenses are going to be in a little bit of a shock.
Yes, they will. And the reason why I like the Chiefs, to me, is that I look at who Josh Allen has. Stephon Diggs is incredible. I know Dawson's good. I know Beasley's good. But in my mind, he's got one incredible target in Stephon Diggs. Patrick Mahomes has 2. He's got Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think the Chiefs' offense is just a little bit more explosive. They are at home as well. So I just like the Chiefs a little bit more, but the Bills winning would not surprise me. I'm not trying to sleep on the Titans. I know We're picking against the Titans, but my goodness, I really do feel like the winner of that game is going to the Super Bowl.
Okay, and I have at least 5 people, and they bought boxes that were $39 to $50, and I think they need to physically spend $30 themselves.
Like afterwards?
No, just in general. Like if there's like a $60 chase, they need to spend the 30. Like there's a barrier. I have to confirm with Dave, and I'll have an answer for you tonight, Caden. But I'm pretty sure it's like there's a $60 barrier. Like
so they need to spend $60. 30 of them are free. Then they got to spend 30 more.
30 themselves.
30 themselves.
They need to spend $30 physically themselves.
Okay.
Because I've seen the orders too, where they get like a $57 order, but they only spend $27. So they need to spend $3 more. Yeah, they have to spend that 30 on top of theirs, and then you will receive your $30.
Okay.
Yes.
And Steven, that sounds right. I believe that
I gotta confirm with Dave.
Yes. So Steven will be back here tonight producing Caden. I'm sure you've become a regular customer for us. Tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time, Steven will 100% confirm the way that works. But I believe that is how that promotion works as well. I think we're telling it correctly to you. And we're sorry if anything in there is misleading. But Steven will get you a 100% guaranteed answer tonight at 7 o'clock on that. But I think the way you explain it, Steven, I think that does sound right. And I am 100% sure, Caden, that the amount of people you can refer is unlimited.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
100% sure.
Yeah,
I know.
We are cool with that. Bring in as many people as you like.
Yes, we bring in more people. We all have more fun. We do more breaks. We pull more awesome gear. It's a win-win-win, as they say.
And I think I've seen a few of Caden's
family members.
Yeah, and their orders were at like $27. When like this would be an excellent opportunity for you to get into the Pinnacle series for $55. Like that's what then you would get your $30 credit, and then you can go into the Pinnacle series for $55.
Do you have an answer to his question, Steven, or is that something you need to make sure tonight as well?
I think it counts even after they use, but I'm gonna have to confirm it. I can't promise it.
Yes. So we'll get confirmation on that, but I believe that it's after as well, Caden. I think if it's money spent total, not necessarily on that order, but
yeah, because it starts at like the new. Here, let's see, for example.
Steven's taking a look. I've been getting a lot of family in and trying to get more family and friends. Caden, you are the man. So, Caden is the man.
So Caden, for example, I don't know how this person's related to you. Isaac has only spent $9, so they need to get into 21. 21. They need to spend $21 more. Jeremy, sorry, needs to spend $3 more. I'm fairly because they still only have one order with us.
Okay.
So and Bob, he needs to spend $21 more as well.
Now, those are one break. His little brother.
Yep,
okay.
Those are all just on one break. Otherwise, it looks like you, Caden.
His dad.
You're doing the Chisholm name proud. So
Caden's killing. His girlfriend was in there too, Stephanie Simpkins. He's got his girlfriend in here. He's got his whole family. I'm glad that, and that's the beauty of the break room. We say that we're our own little family. I love seeing all the different family members who play. We have husband and wife, brother,
And Stephanie's only spent $17, so she needs to spend $13 more.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
They're almost there. It's like one order.
I'm gonna confirm that tonight.
Yes. All right, 5 slots still remaining on the Pinnacle, guys. Let's close out the Pinnacle. Shrek and Ghost has hinted at perhaps buying all 8 slots in the next Pinnacle. So we can see a lot of magic out of the Pinnacle. Let's close that out. 5 slots remaining. It's our closest break. That's definitely one that I'm targeting for this afternoon. Future co-host, says Sean. So maybe, is he saying that Caden's going to be his co-host? Sean, you're leaving Chris Roberts under the dust? You're moving from Chris to Caden? I don't know.
Is Chris scared to see me? I'm just going to... I want to give him a hug.
Steven will be nice, Chris. If you're watching somewhere, lurking somewhere, Chris, Steven is going to be nice. We're going to be nice here.
You've been through enough.
He has been through enough. That was a heartbreaking Cowboys loss.
I mean, every aspect of that fourth quarter was absolutely heart-shattering.
It was brutal.
I haven't felt that way since like 2003 with the Cubs.
Oh my
gosh.
god!
Just how it all fell. like
That was
fell
terrible.
apart. You guys were right there. I mean, it started off bad, but then you play like that in the second half, and then it just comes down to Dak Yardnot getting down 5 yards before. Brutal. Just
Brutal play call.
brutal.
Yeah, and that's different. Like, I mean, obviously the Cubs loss for us is more painful when Alex Gonzalez didn't come up with the play, the Bartman, the whole inning by the Marlins, but that was decided by the players. The Cowboys game, like, almost felt like they didn't get a chance to throw into the end zone, that scenario, so it just feels wrong.
Back to differ, that game was not decided by the players.
Steve Bartman, that's a good point.
That's all I'm going to say.
That's a good point.
I agree with you, Kamen. It was decided by the players. But
some will disagree.
I think Steve Bartman did what any fan would do.
Well, there was like 4 different fans reaching for that ball.
How are you supposed to be there? Like, yeah, I'm just going to take this one.
I'm just going to let him get it.
Yeah, I'm just going to let the fielder maybe catch this. I don't. Yeah.
Well, Alex Gonzalez at short, I think, was leading the league in fielding percentage that year. Really uncharacteristic play.
Exactly.
And
then it all fell apart after that.
Steven, let's go ahead and drop our Dutch to the rock bottom price. We're not going to mess around with John Riggins anymore. Let's go rock bottom, $350, full-size authentic lunar John Riggins, Pro Football Hall of Fame running back. Just a little box cutter up top is the only issue. You can take him home for $350.
$350?
Yeah. Caden's saying a good idea. She says you guys should do a $250 spot to co-host, and we get 1 spot on the show and get a personal box from you guys. Hey, we're always open to ideas, Caden. I don't know if that would fly or not, but I'm happy to suggest it.
One host, technically.
Yeah. Well, we're co-hosts though. We're both hosting.
I'm producing the show.
Producing / co-hosting. But that's not a terrible idea, Caden.
We can wire you in via Zoom. That wouldn't be too difficult.
That's another idea. There's a lot of ideas, guys. I'll say this for Caden in regards to that idea and any other ideas, guys. If you ever have any other ideas for series or players that you want to see in the break room, let us know, and we will let our bosses know. I know Matt Salas is our wonderful GM owner. He watches most of the shows, so if he sees that you guys are saying, you know, we want this player, we want that player. The example I think of is folks asked for Justin Herbert, and Justin Herbert popped in our break room. He's a guy we've had quite a bit.
I'm waiting for Micah Parsons to appear.
Yeah, Micah Parsons, where are you? Even a 20 top spot wins, you guys would make good money on that. Sean is saying Caden is a genius. Yeah, I mean, he is a pretty smart guy. He is a pretty smart guy. I'll give Matty Ice a call. We're tight, says Sean. Okay. All right, Sean. All right, guys. I would like to keep rolling here. I would like to keep the afternoon going. I'm going to give you guys a last call on the orders, though. We're fairly stagnant at the moment. We have 5 slots remaining in 3 different series. I would love to get those down to 2 or 3. If we get down to 2 or 3, I'm confident that we can sell it out. 5 slots left in the Pinnacle, 5 slots left in the Hurricane Ditka, 5 slots left in the Ultimate Football Loot Crate. It's 130. I'm going to give it to 138 because 8 is my lucky number. Give you guys 8 minutes. We get within 2 or 3 slots. We will keep ripping boxes. We'll stay on a little longer, give you a deadline. We don't fill anything up in the next 8 minutes. That might be the show. I would like to be on again past 2 o'clock is something I want. That's up to you guys. I know a few less people in the chat right now, a few less people watching than earlier, but I definitely want to keep the show going. Let's fill out those breaks. 5 slots away in 3 separate breaks. I know how much you guys want to see the breaks you're in break live on the air. If we don't do those, we are going to carry over to the 7 o'clock show tonight.
Oh, we do have a wheel spin.
We do have a wheel spin, so actually at 138, if we don't get any orders, we don't get close, we are going to do the wheel spin, circle the wagon jerseys. So we do still have that to look forward to.
Oh, the wagons. They're looking to circle them this weekend on your Chiefs.
Yes, the Bills are looking to circle the wagons against the Chiefs. So it's kind of like, I look at it as sort of like round 3. Because they had the AFC title game last year. Chiefs won that one. I know they played earlier in the year last year too. So the Chiefs won 2 games last year against the Bills. And then you had the Bills coming into Arrowhead and whooping them on Sunday Night Football. But quite frankly, in that game, the Bills had forced 4 turnovers. So it was 38-20. If it wasn't for the turnovers, that was going to be a close game.
I was going to say, before Kane, but weren't like the Bills, the first time you played them in 2019, they weren't really the Bills yet. They were kind of just up and coming.
Well,
they're still building their progression.
Sure.
Then got to an NFC title game, and now it's like, okay.
Now they're the real deal.
Thing. Exactly.
The Bills Mafia is looking to circle the wagons and break some tables. Yeah, indeed. And Caden's got a good question for us. What are your guys' favorite boxes you have ever opened? Oh, that's a great question. That is a great question.
I've only hosted 4 shows, so I don't have enough data to get one of those out.
Steven doesn't have enough data. The best box I've ever opened. My goodness. I thought probably with you, Steven, because you produced most of the shows I'm on, and we've pulled a lot of fire together. It's got to be that Deion Sanders Flash was cool, and the Marshall Faulk Speed Flex, because we did it in the same show.
Yeah.
And they were within boxes of each other. Those were both pretty sick hits, I thought.
I think my favorite pull in terms of momentum and everything was Jamar Chase on Box Fit.
Jamar Chase in the minis. That was pretty cool.
And that was all sold in one day.
You know what was cool is I pulled the Jerry Rice in the first box in that mini series. So it was like first box
nicely.
Opened and closed nicely. We had the first box, Jerry Rice, the second box, Jamar Chase. So yeah, that was definitely pretty cool. I got that one. Which one did Caden get?
I think Caden got the Jamar Chase.
Caden got the Jamar Chase. Mm-hmm. There you go. That's pretty cool. Caden got the Jamar Chase. All right, guys, let's keep the show going. Let's fill out a couple orders. We are just 5 away in the Pinnacle. That's one we're targeting. 5 away in the Loot Crate. 6 away in the Multi-Sports Labs. 5 away in the Hurricane Ditka. If you guys want to stay on and keep the show rolling, got to get some orders. Yup, it's a sweet helmet, says Caden. It is. It is. Jamar Chase is one of those up-and-coming guys, the guy that we are both huge fans of. I mean, you know how I said that Justin Jefferson has the record for most? By the way, Jefferson's a guy we have in our break room a lot.
Yeah.
Most receiving yards in the first 2 seasons of a career. His former college teammate, Jamar Chase, could pass him next year.
But I would love to see what Justin Jefferson's first 2 years would have been if he had Joseph Burrow throwing him the ball.
That's true. Maybe even better.
Maybe what Justin Jefferson has done with Kirk Cousins. And again, Kirk Cousins is I don't want to say fine. He's a decent quarterback.
He's a decent quarterback. Joe Burrow's already better.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get some Eric Berry in here.
That would be
former
sweet.
Chiefs safety.
I would love that.
All right.
Eric Berry's the man.
I'm going to throw this up one more time, guys. Give you one last look in case you just hopped in. I know different people hop in during different hours, different lunch breaks, etc. These are some of the non-headliners we have in the Pinnacle series. Travis Kelce. We have a Mike Singletary, Brian Urlacher, Dick Butkus, triple sign helmet, Jerome Bettis, George Kittle, the Bus, the great running back, Kittle, the great tight end for the 49ers, Jalen Hurts, the talented star for the Eagles, Brian Dawkins, Mr. 99 on Madden. We pulled Stephon Diggs earlier today. I think JJ, Eric Dickerson, Troy Aikman have been pulled, but we have an OJ Simpson that definitely has not been pulled yet in this series. We've got a Tony Romo as well. Would love to do one more of those breaks. We do one of them. Shrek and Ghost has said he might buy all 8 slots in the next one. So give you guys about 3 to 4 minutes here. 3 minutes until we do the chase spin. And then we have 5 slots remaining. We get within 2 or 3 slots. We'll extend the deadline a little longer. Definitely would like to do one more Pinnacle for sure before we get out of here. But that, of course, is up to you guys. We're doing the wheel spin at 138. Regardless, haven't had any jersey break orders anytime soon. Do you have those 32 orders in there, Steven?
Yep, they should be in there.
All right, Steven's got the list for Circle the Wagons. We're doing Top Spot Chase in 2 minutes. And then if we fill up some orders while we do that, then we'll go ahead and stay on a little longer. But that could be the show at 138, Top Spot break. Eric Berry is one that I would love to have in here. I want to get Nick Bolton in here, Caden. I'm a Mizzou Tiger grad myself. I actually covered Mizzou football as a sports reporter, TV sports reporter from 2018 to 2020. Nick Bolton's a guy I interviewed every week. Super nice guy. Had a scoop and score against the Broncos. Talented young linebacker. So if we're talking Chiefs defensive players, Caden wants Eric Berry. I would like Nick Bolton. That'd be a great duo for me. But yeah, let's get those orders. Yes, those two would be amazing, says Caden. Caden, who's your favorite Chiefs player? Or let me ask your favorite non-Mahomes Chiefs player, because I feel like Mahomes is the answer for many. Mine is Travis Kelce. I think Travis Kelce got a phenomenal game. He's super talented. Seems like a personable guy. Travis Kelce is my second favorite Chief. Or Nick Bolton, the Mizzou guy. Between Kelce and Bolton for me. Steven, who's your favorite NFL player? Is it Joe Burrow?
Probably.
Joe Burrow?
I think so. I don't know. It goes by the moment with the NFL players because I play fantasy, so you can't be like too committed to somebody.
Sure.
But I would say if I loved one guy, it's Joe Burrow.
Whoever was good for you that week in fantasy.
Pretty much. LT was my favorite player growing up.
That was my brother's favorite player. And Jordan Tomlinson, not Taylor.
Yeah, LaDainian Tomlinson. I'm not that LT.
The second LT.
Yeah. The running back LT.
The running back, y'all.
I liked Randy Moss too. I loved Calvin Johnson. I loved all those guys. So
I was a Peyton Manning fan and Kurt Warner fan growing up.
Peyton Manning too.
It was
not like I disliked people.
Sure. Peyton Manning was my number one player up until Patrick Mahomes came along. So now it's Mahomes and then Manning is 2. But I was a big Urlacher fan, a big Devin Hester fan, big Lance Briggs fan. Lance Briggs honestly might be in my top 5, and I was really happy to see him pulled in our Jersey series. Really an underrated hit, Lance Briggs.
Probably much more of a ask me what my favorite player on a team is.
Sure.
Kind of situation. Because every team, I have a guy that I enjoyed at some point or another. Maybe not the Giants or the Redskins or something.
Sure.
Because back then we didn't get to watch all those games.
That's true.
Now I get to watch all those games. So.
All right. Well, hey, speaking of Lance Briggs and Circle the Wagons, we are going to go to our top spot chase. And everyone who was in a Circle the Wagons jersey break, which is a whole bunch of Tyson and a whole bunch of Seth, to be honest.
Yep.
And then we got Benjamin, the new guy. And I feel like the rest are all Seth and Tyson.
Colton's
we got one Colton as well.
Colton's in there.
So Tyson Langston, Seth Wentworth, Benjamin Nickerson, Colton, if you're still with us, we're going top spot chase. 32 names in here. Top spot is going to get a chance to spin the wheel, or Steven will spin the wheel. Or we might do a co-spin, and then you get that amount of UA cash. So 5 clicks, 6. Guys, let's fill up those orders. We get within 2 or 3 slots remaining. We'll stay on a little longer, and we'll keep breaking. So Tyson, you're the top spot. Tyson, I'll give you a minute here. It is 1:39, actually 1:40. Give you until 1:41. Let us know what number you want to start on. Otherwise, we're starting on 1. Which is all of them right now, but all-time Eric Berry. Eric Berry dealt with a lot of health issues, got himself back on the field, and was a great player. That's a great pick, Caden. Definitely appreciate Eric Berry and all he did. 65. Tyson wants to start on 65. Okay. Any reason why you like 65 so much, Tyson? 65. All right. Do you want to spin, Steven, or do you want to do a dual spin? What are you feeling?
I'll spin.
Steven will spin. Bob is saying 44 on the spin. Steven, let her rip. Ooh! Pretty good.
There we go. 81.
$81.
The amount of points Kobe Bryant scored against the Raptors in
That's
January of sometime of 2004.
Jalen Rose got an 81 spot put on him, and him and other defenders.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure he gave him 40-something, though.
I'm sure. All right, $81, Tyson. I think Steven will get that in your account as soon as we get off the air, which is coming up pretty soon. Heck yeah, says Tyson. Indeed, $81 UA cash. A couple last notes, guys. In the next minute, if you want to get within 2 or 3 slots remaining, I'll be happy to stay on. But we haven't had any traction in the last 20 minutes. We do have our Dutch here, John Riggins. Very, very last call for him. $350 is the cheapest we'll go. Extra money for tonight, says Tyson. All right, Tyson's going to be back tonight. We'll be back tonight. I know we have a video at the end that gives you all the details, but I know a lot of you hop off as soon as we hop off. So we're on 12 and 7 Central Time weekdays, and we're on 2 and 8 o'clock Central Time weekends. Steven and I are here, barring anything crazy, every Wednesday at noon. Steven's here every Wednesday at 7 with Mike. Mike's going to be in here running the show as the host with Steven. And then Steven and I, we're back together on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. That's one of our favorite shows, Sunday at 8. Steven and I are here Sunday at 8. And actually, I think you've got a couple days off, don't you, after tonight?
Yeah, I won't be here for a few days.
All right, so Steven won't be back until Sunday. I'll be back tomorrow at 7 producing for Mike. Hopefully everyone had a fun show today. We pulled some great fire, had an excellent show today. Thank you very much to all our customers for filling up the orders. Looking forward to another big show tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Hopefully Caden and I are happy this weekend. Hopefully the Chiefs beat the Bills. That's what we want. But a lot of NFL fun this weekend. A lot of fun in the break room all week long. Have a great day, everyone. See you later, Bob and everyone else.
Thank you for breaking with Ultimate Autographs in the UA Live Break Room. If you had an awesome time, you can join us again every day. We are live breaking certified sports memorabilia at noon and 7 p.m. Central Time every weekday and 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time on the weekends. As a reminder, if you purchased a spot in a break that did not fill, your spot will transfer to the next UA Live Breaks broadcast. Lastly, if you earned UA cash today, the funds will be added to your account in 24 hours. Thanks again for breaking with Ultimate Autographs. We hope to see you again soon.